Welcome to Football Carnage. We are back with another episode of the Galacticos podcast, and this is a great day. It's Thursday. The weather is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I just woke up in a great mood. I heard the birds chirping. I was smelling bacon being cooked on the stove, and it was just one of those kind of mornings, Dave. What is that, bro? What is that? Big up everybody that's in here, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you head over to End of Stream Dave as well. His channel is in the title. You click that link, takes you right over. Make sure to sub. Let's get 100 likes as soon as possible. We got a lot to get into, right? We got to laugh at Barca. We got to sip on those Barca tears. Once again, embarrassing the country of Spain in the Champions League. We still got to, you know what I'm saying, talk about what's going on in La Liga. No longer lonely at the top. Big game against Villarreal. And then there's a little bit of news concerning Valverde that we got to dissect as well. But, I mean, Dave, what's good, bro? I see that you're looking like you just got back from Tour de France or something like that.
I did, mate. I did. I took my flight. I took my flight from Paris. I met a lot of Parisians. No, I'm just joking. What I did was I was heavily cooking Barcelona yesterday, and I love it. I love to be on this side for once. Usually away from the praise of Barcelona for all the stuff they do good, but this time they had to hold corn, mate. Yeah, they had to hold a bit of the va-va-voom from David. Yeah, a bit of the je ne sais quoi from David, yeah. A bit of the bonjour allez from David, yeah. So we had to literally sip on those tears. I finished this whole bottle of wine last
on
night.
stream.
On stream, yeah. And I don't even know how I wasn't absolutely gone by the time the match reaction hit. But I tell you what, every single person, we're going to talk about it, every single person doubted the ability of PSG to beat Barcelona. And guess what happened? PSG, allez, allez, PSG, allez, allez, PSG.
You want to know what's mad, Dave?
Come on, mate. We moved, bro. This is the PSG, bro.
I can't even lie, bro. Getting belt to ass from PSG's academy in attack is crazy.
Exactly, mate.
I'm seeing brother like Mayulu and Mbappé. I'm thinking, who the hell are these NPCs? They rock up and get the job done. Both of them were more effective than Lamine Yamal. Now, to be fair, I was trying to be shameless and try and find some Bradley Barcola prop. This guy is trash, dude.
Yeah, Barcola is absolutely horrific. But let me just say something, yeah? I've seen a lot of Barcelona fans put in highlight comps of Yamal's footage, yeah, on TikTok, all the dribbles that he done, like trying to justify the passes that he done. He done some nice stuff for 10 minutes, yeah, because the situation was, yeah, I was looking at Yamal, and with the Barcelona fans trying to justify Yamal and overlooking Rashford completely, I'm Yamal's biggest fan. Yeah? We had our little issue because of one bit of it was because of Yamal not winning the Ballon d'Or. Yeah? You know how I like Yamal as a player. Yeah? But to be outshone by Rashford, by Marcus flipping Rashford, and all the Barcelona fans overlooking Rashford's performance to glaze Yamal when Yamal was literally in Nuno Mendes' back pocket, and that is facts, mate. Yamal got shoved on the floor. The only time that he passed Nuno Mendes essentially was that first dribble in the very first 5 minutes, yeah. And I saw immediately TNT Sports, all the Barcelona fans,
immediately, Dave.
Comps, yeah,
bro,
doing that dribble just to get pumped by PSG, yeah,
brother.
Because, let me tell you. Yeah, okay, go on, man.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Okay. Just to get pumped by PSG, yeah? Let me tell you something, Barcelona fans, yeah? You were shit yesterday, yeah? I am the most honest football fan probably on God's green earth. I can call out when Barcelona does well, but I can also call you out when you do shit, yeah? Barcelona played horrific yesterday. You lost the ball countless times. Your midfield stunk throughout the game pretty much. Pedri was okay, but he got absolutely knackered, yeah? And then you have the audacity to say Yamal was probably man of the match for Barcelona when Rashford, for all the criticism I gave him before the flipping season start, he was your best outfield player by a country mile, yeah? And this is actual facts. Yeah, it's actual facts. Yamal stunk yesterday, yeah? I can call it when it's called. I can call it when I actually believe in it. And Yamal did not perform to his best of ability, yeah? And let me tell you something about the second half. Barcelona did nothing. The only thing they did was that almost shot, yeah, that got blocked off the line by my man Hakimi, yeah, Real Madrid product, Hakimi.
Yes, born and raised.
Yeah, exactly. He got blocked off the line, yeah. And guess what happened? Yeah, guess what happened? Yeah, PSG outrun you for the whole second half. You didn't know what was coming. PSG said to Barcelona, you see how Luis Enrique, how he set up the team in the second half, because a lot of the Barcelona fans didn't flipping see it. I flipping saw it. Reason why PSG were passing around the back several times. Goalkeepers like, okay, drawing the players. You know, man like Hansi Flick's high line, yeah, that guy, yeah. You know about his high line, yeah. He got absolutely mauled yesterday because what happened was PSG was like, okay, cool, come towards us, press your high line, yeah. Vitinha, I got to admit, in the first half he was horrible, but second half he came out of his shell. This guy picked up the ball and was passing it directly for the center of your whole midfield, directly to attackers. Yeah, this is what happens. Yeah, when you play those suicidal high lines, mate. Yeah, absolutely trash second half. A lot of the Barcelona fans should agree with me on this one. You were trash. Just admit it, yeah? Because a lot of the Barcelona fans still trying to make excuses. Oh, this and that. Or we had players out, this and that. Let me tell you something, yeah? When Real Madrid got absolutely annihilated by Atlético Madrid, we didn't make excuses. We said we were shit, yeah? Barcelona fans, you got beaten by PSG. You got beaten by a C team front line, essentially, yeah? And you got battered, yeah? That last pass, I tell you, mate, everybody say, oh, it's still offside. It's still offside. It wasn't offside. It was onside. Let's call it as it is. You got beaten fair and square by your ex-flipping manager, bruv. He schooled Hansi Flick. He schooled him well. Hansi Flick got absolutely outdone by the best manager in world football currently, which is Luis Enrique. That is factual, yeah? He came out with the second half with a game plan, and Hansi Flick, with his eyes, didn't know what the F he was doing, yeah? Hansi Flick was on the touchline just scratching his head like this, mate. Man put on, what's his name, the midfielder that got replaced Pedri?
Bernal.
Bernal, yeah? Flipping hell, mate. Come on, bro. Bernal, bro. That guy was an absolute moron for Barcelona, yeah? And I know when to call it like this, yeah? This was absolutely shocking from Barcelona. Admit it, and then Barcelona fans can move on, because this weekend you got Sevilla away, yeah? You got Sevilla away. It's not going to be the most easiest game in the world, yeah? But Real Madrid, this is my main point I want to make today, yeah? Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, flipping take notes, yeah? Hit it to the wingers on their suicidal high lines with Vinny and whoever pace, whatever, Mastantuono, whoever you're going to play on the bloody wings, yeah? And just fizz it across the box and you're getting goals. That's facts, yeah? That's facts. Nuno Mendes ran through your whole flipping team, yeah? Man like Kubasi doing a flipping cha-cha slide on the floor, bruv. That guy, yeah? Man was absolutely looking like he was just going to get pammed over on the flipping grass, yeah? And he passed it right through the center of the pitch. Man picks it up in the goal, yeah? Second goal, bro, yeah? I was hoping they were scoring at the end of the day. They did. Yeah. They gave Madrid fans something to look forward to the El Clasico, because I'm telling you right now, yeah? I'm not banking on us beating you in the El Clasico. That's factual. But what I can say is that now we have the blueprint to beat Barcelona. Vallecano done it, and PSG done it. The same type of football. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Yeah. And PSG, just because they have a little bit more quality in the midfield, they knew how to break down this Barcelona side. Mbappé, I hope you're flipping listening, bro, yeah? Look at this performance, yeah, from your old team, yeah? Look at this performance. Learn from it, yeah? Be that offside trap, that suicidal high line. With his pace and Vinny's pace on the outside, I hope they can defeat Barcelona. But you know what? Barcelona, don't worry about it. You've also got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. You're going to get beaten there too. Yeah? Mark my words. Barcelona are getting beaten at Stamford Bridge also. Yeah? Because I'm telling you, that team Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, they are going to cook you. Watch your space. Watch your space. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Dave just absolutely cooked there for a few. I don't even know how to pick up where he just left off. I mean, one, I do agree with everything that he said for the most part. I think, Kubarsi, Dave, there's a reason why when it's time to get called up for Spain, Kubarsi's making sure that the water is cold and the oranges are peeled for my center back. This guy is not on Dean's level. Let's be very honest. What the hell is he doing for that?
I still hold a judgment on Dean, mate. After Atlético.
No. I know that Dean was shit against that Letty. He's still twice the player that Kubarsi is. Let me ask you guys a question, chat. Doesn't it feel like Pau Kubarsi has regressed? I remember when he broke into the Barca team. Very good defender, right? Looked like the complete player in that back line. But I feel like he's regressing. Maybe he's not suited to this high line either, right? Everybody focuses on Arroyo. Who are you going to blame now? Man, like Eric Garcia was your best defender last night. Jules Koundé was shit. Yes. His brother saw Paris and thought it was the fashion week. Yeah. He didn't realize that there was a game to be played. Brother, I think Barca's back line is in a lot of trouble because how I view it is, right? And yes, we have more goals conceded than them in La Liga. But how I'm viewing this is they don't have anybody that's reliable, right? And if you look at it, even if they have Alejandro Balde there, what does he stop? He's great going forward. He's not good defensively.
They actually scored after Alejandro Balde came on, bruv.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. Again, Koundé, right? He has been playing well since Flick has got there, but against PSG, bro, he was awful. And then their fullbacks, Nuno Mendes and Hakimi. They told us that our academy don't produce ballers. Yeah. Arguably the best right back in the world. It's from Madrid Academy.
That's facts, man.
Was born in Madrid. The only reason that people think that this guy is actually Moroccan. No, he's Spanish. But the Moroccan team gave him the call up first. So he made the decision. He's Spanish. Let me tell you something right now. I cannot lie. PSG have the best fullback pairing in world football. I don't think there's any team that comes close to
if Marquinhos was in that team, they wouldn't have scored, bro. You got facts, mate.
The thing is, I actually think even though Rashford sent Zabarnyi back to Bournemouth a couple times, I think he did a little bit better than Marquinhos would have. I'm be honest, bro. I'm not that high on Marquinhos.
Let me tell you something. Rashford. All the Barcelona players, he was the only one with intent in the attack at all. Yeah, out of any Barcelona player. Yeah, people say, "Oh, Ferran Torres, the shark, bro." Yeah, man got on the end of a good first time pass by Rashford. Yeah. Rashford was on that side. I tell you what, he was actually cooking. Yeah,
I thought Rashford the first half was decent, but I think his overall performance was still mid. Like he had two moments.
He was the best out of them a lot.
No, it's true. Man, like Megan Rapinoe in the 10, non-existent. Danny Olmo stinker.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Pedri was mid. I'll be real. For his standards,
he retained the ball
way
well.
That Barca fans glaze him. He was mid.
The young
made
stunk.
No difference this game.
The young stunk the game out.
The young brother. And to kind of go back to what I was saying about PSG's fullbacks, the reason that I'm praising them so much, one, Nuno Mendes, man of the match. This guy is the kryptonite for Lamine Yamal. This guy operates like the reverse Flash with Barry Allen.
Because
this guy is faster. There to terrorize Lamine Yamal. Not only did he pocket that winger, he also, going forward, right? Because let's be real, Bradley Barcola is shit. This guy is like the second evolution of Nico Williams, right? Yeah. Like, he's of like that line of wingers. Just pace, little bit of tech, but the final third, clueless. The lights are off, right?
I think Rafael Leo is the next Super Saiyan. After
that's what I'm saying. So the attacking width that Mendes and Hakimi were providing while also having to defend as well. Fantastic, bro. I would have loved, Dave, let me tell you something right now. If we would have played that PSG team in the Club World Cup, we don't lose that game. If that was the 11 that they put out there with those injuries,
we still would have lost.
Fuck no.
We still would have lost.
I don't think we would have lost. Not
we
to a
lost,
team
mate.
that
we would have lost.
Mbappé,
I'm being honest, bro. We still would have lost, bro.
Bradley Barco up front three.
It was the midfield that really like Fabian Ruiz didn't look like the best, but he was there. He was
and Vitinha was injured in their last game. He didn't train leading into this match.
We would lose,
if we would have played this bruised and battered PSG team, I don't think that we lose that game.
Madrid,
I don't think so.
Madrid will still get cooked, bruv. Let's just be honest, bro.
Nah, bro, not with that 11.
Bro,
a midfield three of Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, and Warren Zaire-Emery. Come on, man.
Okay, Zaire-Emery I don't rate, but the other two I always rate, bro.
No Dembele, no Doué, no Kvaratskhelia.
Vitinha in the second half, he was really good. Like, really good. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz, he does his thing, bro, yeah. But the situation remains as this.
We don't lose that game,
bro. Nuno Mendes will run through our team. Never mind flipping Barcelona.
But we're better than them defensively. I don't think they would have beat us.
I tell you what, after last weekend, bro, I don't agree with that,
bro. But Atleti's attack is clear of that one.
Yeah, but
Atleti's attack is better than what PSG fielded.
No, the difference between PSG and a lot of the teams in the world, is the flipping manager. He knows how to set out a team to beat people. That's it. Simple as, Luis Enrique is the world's best manager. That is factual. I don't care what anybody says. Not because he beat Barcelona.
Hansi Flick. His resume speaks for itself.
That match,
troubles.
Yeah, that match was always going to be a very good game, regardless if it was Dembele. Look, I'm going to say something to Barcelona fans, and you know how I call Dembele a P&P merchant, but the situation remains this. If Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Doué was on the pitch, God help you, bro. The amount of times that PSG cut you open in certain areas,
just didn't have the quality of
on the wings, my lord, You are very lucky. Would have been a massive
all that space that Barcola had to run into.
Exactly.
Imagine if I was Doué or Kvaratskhelia.
Exactly.
Stop it, bro.
A massive. It would have been a massive defeat. Barcelona, and a lot of Barcelona fans will agree with this as well. Barcelona are not looking that good as a lot of Barcelona fans wanted them to look this year. Doesn't matter that you beat Valencia 6-0. They're always going to bend over for you like a new category on one of those X-rated websites, they always going to bend over for you, That's factual, Look, there's some results that you came back and you have the champions mentality, whatever, like the match against Levante, great stuff. You came back, well done, And these remontadas carrying on throughout the season, it's not sustainable. How many remontadas are you going to do? Let's be honest on this one, It's not sustainable. Barcelona, they need to be ahead comfortably because their defense is always going to be shaky. Barcelona fans, you need to understand this. Your defense is always going to be shaky. Like Real Madrid's defense is going to be shaky on certain matches as well against elite opposition. PSG are elite opposition, Elite. Wait till we face Man City and Liverpool. I'm going to give you a perfect example. We need to be on our full game.
Now, I'm going to be honest, Dave.
Look, doesn't matter.
Liverpool look like shit.
Liverpool, Anfield, Champions League. Doesn't matter.
Liverpool
doesn't
look
matter.
like dirt.
Doesn't matter.
I don't fear them.
Liverpool, Champions League.
They look garbage.
Liverpool,
all
Champions
season.
League.
Dave, come on, bro. We're talking about Barca, and their comebacks aren't sustainable. Every game, Liverpool need a fucking last-minute winner. Every game they need one.
But we're not talking about facing flipping Mallorca here. They already played some very, very hard matches already.
I ain't worried about Liverpool. Bro.
Liverpool, Real Madrid need to be worried about it. We really need to be worried about Liverpool. We need to be worried about flipping Man City. We need to be worried about flipping Benfica away. Trust me on this one, Man like Jose, the Don Mourinho. Yeah,
I'll give you
Jose
Benfica.
Don Mourinho is going to make it so difficult for Real Madrid to score past them in Portugal.
I'll give you
That
Benfica.
is
Yeah.
factual. Yeah, man, like Jose Mourinho. Yeah, and then look, those 3 matches we haven't even played in the Champions League. Yeah, Barcelona have got 1 more to go. That's Chelsea, and then they've got a clear run. Yeah,
As they normally do.
and they got a clear run. Yeah, that's it. That's factual. So
Yeah.
we need, to actually beat at least 2 of those teams, to really cement, because we're just below Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, they're looking all like rosy and stuff. Kane's on bloody forum score form, whatever he's doing. Yeah.
Funny how nobody's talking about all the penalties that Harry Kane has scored this season. Only focusing on Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah, no.
I find that very interesting. Like
Yeah,
Harry
I know.
Kane, I
I
think
know.
has either just as many or maybe like 1 more pen than Mbappe does. But nobody's talking about it because
we
don't care about the Schnitzel League.
I know. But the situation remains as this, yeah. Like I think Yamal yesterday, it was exactly the same like how Spain plays Portugal. It was exactly the same rhythm again than Nuno Mendes against Yamal. Nuno Mendes is faster than Yamal. He's more physical than Yamal. He's much bigger than Yamal. Yeah. And he's very quick at reading the football. Yeah. And that's what he's good. He's got very good eye coordination, especially with the football. Yeah. This guy is going to be a nightmare for Yamal all the flipping time. That is facts. Yeah. And Carreras, bro, that's another story. Bro, that's another story. But Nuno Mendes, he is the guy. He is the best left back in the world. Hakimi's probably the best right back in the world. They have the best 2 fullbacks, and that can help in itself, especially with overlapping plays, defensive areas as well. It is just absolutely crazy to have those 2, bro. Real Madrid, bro. Like, honestly, bruv, Nuno Mendes slap 150 million down. We're fine, bro. We're done, bro. But no, we move. Anyway, guys. But look, Barcelona, final point on the match, yeah. You weren't good. That's facts.
That's a question, though.
Admit that you weren't good. Admit that you weren't good, and we can move on, because when Barcelona fans like to try and make some case for them on why they won the match, that's when they really piss me off. That's when you see me in this mood. Yeah. When I can be very honest about Real Madrid on many of the matches this season. Yeah. We haven't been 100% the best across a lot of the matches. And we've been very honest about that. So Barcelona fans, just admit that you were bad this match, and then you can move on to Sevilla this weekend, beat them comfortably, and then next month we have the Clásico, which I still think personally, as it stands, I think Barcelona maybe I need to see them a bit more in La Liga when they come back as well, and the momentum they're going to gain from the matches. But as it stands, it's going to be a very, very close game.
Yeah.
And
wait, but Dave, I have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Why is it that Barcelona are so shit in the Champions League? Like, let's just be real. Because we see them play great football more weeks than not.
Yeah.
Like, they always score goals for fun. But then, like, when it's time to get into the UCL, when it's time to, go up against the big boys from other continents, sorry, not but other countries, I mean.
Yeah.
It's like they can't get it together.
I know why.
I'm telling you, brother Dave, if it was not for Real Madrid, like, let's just be very honest.
Yeah, Spain will be lost in the Champions.
Nobody would rate La Liga. Like, imagine if we had to rely on Barcelona in these kind of competitions, right?
Yeah.
Look at even the Club World Cup. Yeah, we got slapped by PSG, full strength, by the way, but they beat us 4-0. Okay. Atleti didn't even make the knockouts. They got grouped, right? Barcelona haven't won it in over a decade. Yeah. If it was not for Real Madrid, people would view La Liga like Ligue 1, like the Bundesliga, like the Portuguese league. Yeah. Nobody would rate us. We are the team that makes us respectable in these competitions with all the big boys. Yeah. And I know that might hurt Barca fans to hear, but this is not me. Like, let's just be objective. Like, honestly. Yeah. Come on now.
So let me explain what I said to Omar earlier. Omar put out a video earlier saying why are Barcelona is so bad in the Champions League. Yeah. So Barcelona now, you can play good football. You are in the same situation that Real Madrid were in after they won the 2002 Champions League final. Yeah. I think it was 2001. Wait, so hold up. 2001, 2002 CL final. To Real Madrid. Yeah, when they beat Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the same lull phase that Real Madrid were in after that. Yeah, you play really good football, and you played good football under Luis Enrique. Yeah, the last time that you won the flipping Champions League. Yeah, you play really good football, but there's something not clicking when you get to play elite teams in Europe. Yeah. And it's the same situation you saw yesterday against PSG. Yeah. When you play elite teams in Europe, you think you're high and mighty. You think you're going to beat them. A lot of the Barcelona fans also, they're going online and saying, we're beating this, we're beating that, we're beating this. Yeah. You went last year in the semi-final of the Champions League, and you thought you were going to walk all over Inter.
They were 90 seconds away from making that final.
Exactly.
90 seconds.
And that is the difference between Inter Milan as of recent, more recent than Barcelona, yeah? Countless times. And they obviously got to the final against Man City as well, Inter, yeah? That's the difference between elite teams in Europe being pragmatic, playing the ugly football also, and getting to the final. Real Madrid, last time we won the Champions League, look how many times we had to come back and do this and play the most ugliest football that we could. But we got the job done. Yeah? Real Madrid went away in the last, over a decade, since 2002, to the first time they won the Champions League game again under Ancelotti, where we were playing nice football, we were playing this, but it was not getting the job done in Europe. It may have been getting the job done in La Liga sometimes, yeah? And then Ancelotti came in and he said, no, yeah? We're going to play also ugly football at times where we need to grind out results. Yeah? Hansi Flick, I'm telling you right now, even though he's won this competition before, that's fine, yeah? He needs to play ugly football as well. Why against PSG yesterday when you went 1-0 up, you're still playing suicidal high lines? They didn't respect the attack. They didn't respect PSG. Yeah. So this is the whole situation. They could have dropped the high line. Hansi Flick before the match says, if we go 1-0 up, drop at least halfway towards the defensive end. Yeah? Drop at least halfway. Yeah? Yeah. Why didn't they do that? Because they didn't respect it. They thought, okay, we're going to keep on playing the same way. Look what happened last year. 90 seconds, bro. Yeah? Inter Milan come back with a dagger. Yeah? So sometimes you need to play the ugly football. And but Barcelona don't know how to do that. They played amazing football when they had MSN. Look, one of the best attacking trios we've seen in a long, long time. Yeah? But it doesn't work all the time. The time. You have to play ugly. You have to play dirty. 1-0 up. Yeah, I'm not a manager. Yeah, I'm not a manager by any stretch of the imagination. But why Hansi Flick can't say, look, hold this flipping lead until halftime? They'll be shitting themselves. They're going to try and come out and they're going to go attacking. That's when we can hit them on the counterattack. Why didn't they drop defensively and just hit them on the break? Barcelona were in cruise control. They were in cruise control after that goal. And then PSG, they kept on trying to plug away and try and find a way. That's why Chelsea beat PSG. That's why Chelsea beat PSG. No, it's true. The pragmatic approach. When you look at that Barca team, I don't think they have the personnel to play ugly football, to play defensive football. That's the problem. They don't have. So their midfield lacks physicality, right? You imagine you asking Pedri and Frankie de Jong to try and defend. They're both better at like controlling the game. They don't even have they don't even have a defensive midfielder. They don't. Like who would you say? Like is Casado a DM? I mean, like Marc Bernal's a DM, and he does look like a decent up and coming player, but you can't rely on him per se. At least not right now. Like they don't have that profile. Exactly. Like that midfield lacks physicality. Like they can't play pragmatic. They would get destroyed if they played pragmatically. Yeah, but if they're 1-0 up, if they're 2-0 up, you don't want to drop a little bit. Let the team come onto you and hit them on the break. Imagine if PSG come onto you and they're full out guns blazing, and you have Yamal and Rashford with pace just waiting on the outside just to hit them on a counterattack. That's what they needed to do, essentially. But they went still gung-ho. The high line is literally on the halfway line all the flipping time. And I saw PSG trying to work it back and trying to pass to Vitinha so Vitinha can float it over the top. Didn't work first half. But what they did, this is pragmatic. Luis Enrique said, wait till Barcelona comes to you, press, and then just straight through the center.
But the thing is,
or out to the wings. Done. Easy.
These bums couldn't even win the Euro. But they couldn't even win the Europa League when they got dropped down.
Exactly.
They couldn't even do that.
Mm.
You remember, didn't Manchester United dunk on him?
Man United, yeah, exactly.
Man, like Rashford. I remember him bagging at the Camp Nou.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, they can't even win that. I'm telling you, Barcelona are just a domestic team.
European.
The country of Spain and Barcelona fans should be on their knees kissing Madrid's feet because we are the only reason why Spain is respected. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, they got beaten by Ten Hag. That's crazy, bro.
Was it Ten Hag?
Ten Hag.
No flipping. I mean, shit. To be fair,
Hag, bro.
I don't really want to laugh.
It was under Xavi. No, Xavi was manager for Barcelona.
I think it was Xavi. I think it was his
Xavi.
first
Xavi was manager for Barcelona.
Yeah. Yo, you know it's mad, bro. You remember when Ten Hag came with Ajax in 2019 and they cooked us, bro.
Look, the whole situation is that Barcelona sometimes, and Barcelona fans would agree with me, that sometimes you just need to play ugly football. You can't do this whole like gung-ho attacking football all the time. It doesn't work sometimes against certain teams. Against certain teams, it doesn't work. Unless Yamal's on form and he just starts running past players, then it's fine. But when Yamal is actually a negative in the match, what does Barcelona do? Tell me.
The thing is, let's be real. Yes, Rashford had a decent match, right? Against PSG, but Yamal, that's it. Like, if he's not clicking, Barca are not going to win. And this is why when people try and tell me, oh, Pedri's their most important player, I agree Pedri is definitely in that conversation, 100%.
He is, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't think he's more impactful than Yamal.
Yeah, because Yamal is the one who gets you in the edge.
He's the one that gets things like going. Like
exactly.
And this is why I say that Pedri is a bit overrated. And when I say this, it's because people think that I'm saying that he's trash. No, I think Pedri is a fantastic midfielder. I would take him at Real Madrid. I think he starts for damn near every team in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, like the fan base can't be objective about this player. This is why I call him a make-a-wish kid. Because you have to like walk on eggshells, right? Let's be very honest. And I see people all the time try and justify Pedri's mid-performances by sending me SofaScore or FOTMob.
Yeah.
This guy Pedri is Pedri is elite at doing the basics, right? Pedri receives the ball from the back line. He distributes it. A lot of short sideways passing that makes his ratings look a lot better, right? Yeah, he can carry the ball. He does make some good passes. But, yo, do you know that this guy, Pedri, has the same amount of GA for club that Courtois does? For somebody that's the best passer in the world. The playmaker of Barca. And Thibaut Courtois has the same amount of assists. I'm telling you, Lamine Yamal is the most important player for Barcelona. When he's not clicking, they're not going to win these big games. I'm telling you that right now, bro. I'm telling you, Dave.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? We'll see, man, because Barcelona, after Chelsea, man, they've just got easy games, to be honest. So they're going to walk it through to automatic qualification, but best believe if they meet PSG again, bro, you may need to find something else, bro, to get through these guys, because Barcelona...
But I'm not saying that Pedri needs GA to prove his worth. That's not what I'm saying. Again, I rate Pedri. I just think, like, I can watch him. And for me, right, against PSG, Dave, I think Pedri was very mediocre. But I'm seeing people on Twitter talking about Pedri like he just had a great performance. And I'm thinking, well, what are they watching? Because clearly it's not the same thing that I am.
Yeah.
So that's
Pedri
I just think that Pedri is very overglazed for doing simple things. Yes, he's a great midfielder. Very tidy.
Yeah, but
I think people overdo it. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, because he's the connector. He's the connector between a lot of the attacks that Barcelona make. So you've got to praise Pedri for his consistency in the midfield, how he makes passes look very simple. He can dribble as well past a lot of midfielders.
Bro, like he's a very good again.
Like he is
at Real Madrid.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason that I don't talk about Pedri as a player that we should be going after is because he plays for Barca. I think he'd be the perfect Cruz replacement. He's very good. But again, I just think it's a little bit much how people talk about him. But let me just grab a couple of these super chats. Then we'll move on, right? Enough of this Barca nonsense. People, let's get as many likes as possible. Let's get to 200 likes. It's 392 of you in here. 200 likes immediately, or people are going to get sentenced to lashes. All right? And make sure that you guys subscribe to Dave as well. Channel is in the title. Click it, sub to him. Big up to everybody that's watching, right? Shout out to my guy, AB. Says, Carnage brother had French toast and French fries. It was delicious. We had a WhatsApp group of 4 friends, and our girlfriends, except me, are all Barca. It's revenge time for me. Pray for me this season. Hey, look, bro, you enjoy it because you might not get a chance to banter them for a little while again. Yo, big up to my guy, Matrix. Says, big up my brothers, Barca fans, rattled. Yeah, come on, bro. Always excuses. Excuses FC. It's like what Dave said earlier. When we play like trash, we don't make excuses. Dave, I watched your match reaction against Atleti, who we're going to kind of get back to La Liga. And I didn't hear you making any excuses.
No,
in my match reaction, I wasn't making any excuses.
Absolutely, I'm bashed it flipping.
There was no excuses. We just got cooked. See, Boston fans, it's easy to just admit that you were shit. Yeah, that's true. Big up to Terry. Says Zabarnyi was the better center back at Bournemouth. He's our future replacement for Marquinhos. Way better than Dean. Dean, Mr. Ducking Headers, Mr. Red Card. Okay, look, see, Terry. Now, this
Zabarnyi's
is
good,
look,
though. He's
look,
good.
see,
He's
don't overdo it. But by the way, Marcus Rashford was cooking this guy, okay? Zabarnyi must have thought that this was the Premier League when he saw Marcus Rashford, how he was getting sent back to Bournemouth. I think he's a decent defender. He's not better than Dean. Because if he was better than Dean, then guess where he'd be at? Real Madrid. He's not. Yeah. He's not better than Dean Howson. Dean Howson is a more complete player than what he is. But we'll see, though. We'll see. Tell him hold bench until Marquinhos gets back.
Yeah.
But anyways, Dave, let's move on, though, man. Look, enough of this Barca talk. You know what I'm saying? Let me just...
I'm still keeping the hat on, bro. I'm keeping the hat on, bro. It suits me well.
Hey, Dave, you look like somebody that paints.
I may do, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Dave Picasso.
I may do.
All right, now look, bro. I hear it. I hear it, bro. I hear it. But I mean, look, like let's get back to Real Madrid, right? The only team that really matters. Now, I put in the title of this video, Dave, that we need revenge. Because after what we saw against Atleti, brother, I still have not forgot.
Yeah, I have same here.
Do not get it confused.
That match against
Kairat,
no, definitely not.
Means nothing. Yes,
0.
It was nice to see us score 5 goals, but we're supposed to do that.
Mbappé getting closer to the golden boot. That's okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a nice boost, but it's not actually a performance that I'm going to sit here and talk like we're back and we got a big match against Villarreal.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting third in La Liga, Dave. Only 2 points behind us.
Big.
And I dropped my match.
They drew against Juventus, by the way. They drew against Juventus, isn't it? So
yeah. They drew 2-2 against Juve, right? Like, this is not a team that's a pushover.
Yeah.
And I dropped my match preview earlier today. Make sure you guys go check it out. And I'm pretty sure that Dave's going to be dropping one very soon as well.
Yeah.
But what I noticed, Dave, I went because I haven't really watched them too much. Like, I've had some of their games on, but I'm not. Their squad is, they had a very busy summer.
Yeah.
Their team is very good. If we are not careful, Dave, we could mess around and drop points again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Marcelino's got them cooking. I think he's the playing style of Villarreal is something that Real Madrid didn't face last season. Do you know when we went to Villarreal and we beat them 2-0? It was one of the first results in a very long time that we beat Villarreal away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at Villarreal are out for business this year. They're out again to reach the Champions League. That is their aim. Their aim is top 4. They're going to get top 4. The way they play football, the way they pass, the way they move. Look, we better be careful about how Villarreal maintain possession of the ball, because if it's anything like Atlético Madrid, we're going to be in for a very, very, very long day. Trust me on this one, because they have a quality in terms of their whole team. They have huge quality, and they can easily punish us if we're not careful. Like, I don't want to see Real Madrid pass around the back like they did last match against Atlético Madrid. Yeah? Factual, yeah? The first half, even against Borat FC, Kairat, Almaty, yeah? Bloody hell, mate, yeah? Bloody hell. What a shocking first
We were
half.
shit.
Unbelievably shocking.
1-0 at half, Dave.
By penalty. Yeah? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, this team was supposed to be blown over. I'm going to tell you a perfect example of a player that featured in that match, yeah? And look, we've been announcing his name for a long time and why he should start and why he should play. Rodrigo comes on, mate, and the man's running past these players for fun, bro. He's making them look like school kids, like in the actual, like the pitch, yeah? Vinny struggled to even get past these players, yeah? Rodrigo was running past them, making them look idiotic, like quite literally, yeah? That is the difference between somebody with has very good technique on the ball and somebody who's very direct and somebody who just wants to run, yeah? So this is not what we want. Like, essentially, against Villarreal, I want somebody on that left-hand side. I honestly think that Rodrigo should actually start this match against Villarreal. I'll tell you why, yeah? Because we need to be calm, level-headed, especially on the wings, yeah? Because last match, we weren't against Atlético Madrid, yeah? When we got the ball, Villarreal, Vinny, holding the ball, there was not really anybody coming towards him. In fact, like, I expected the midfield to do much better. But he just had the ball too long. He was just very indecisive, with what he was trying to do, yeah? Apart from the cutback, he was really poor in the game, yeah? Rodrigo, I think, will steady the ship a bit on the left-hand side. I think Rodrigo should definitely start against Villarreal with Mbappé. I think Rodrigo definitely should start against Villarreal. I think Villarreal, they're going to be open. They're going to be attacking as well. I think Rodrigo could exploit those spaces. I think also Mbappé is going to get goals. That's absolutely fact, yeah? And the main thing here is at the Bernabeu. We need to show the Real Madrid fans what's Real Madrid about. This is the revenge game. This is the game against Villarreal that's really going to make me believe if Real Madrid are actually going for the title this year. Yeah? Well. One of the games. There's many of them. Atlético Madrid was one. Villarreal is another. Getafe away is another, because obviously we have difficulty as well. And that's happening next month as well. Yeah, well, this month. Barcelona, El Clasico. Yeah? Barcelona, El Clasico at home is a big statement maker. Yeah? And then a few of the weird games that we can have along the way, like Betis and Bilbao and all these different teams, yeah? Like away from home. Those are kind of like, okay, our Real Madrid is serious this year. If we beat Villarreal at home, and if we beat them comfortably, it will show me that Real Madrid are really a team not to be messed around with this season. Yeah. Because we can lose to Atlético Madrid, which we have. We can lose to Barcelona in the Clasico. But if we beat every other bloody team, yeah, comfortably, it could mean that we win La Liga.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, because you don't necessarily have to beat Barca in El Clasico. So, but at the same time, if they beat us, and then what if they also just aren't really dropping points?
Exactly.
See, that's where it makes the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, like that's, but essentially you can lose like 2 games and still win La Liga. It's just who wants to lose at El Clasico, though. That's the thing. But Dave, I do agree with you, and I think this is the perfect time to play Villarreal, right? Off the back of an embarrassing performance last time the boys were out there. So that this game's going to tell us a lot, mentality-wise. It's also going to tell me a lot about Xabi Alonso, because he was not good against Atleti, his decision-making. Like taking off Arda Güler before Jude, right?
Exactly that.
Like things like that. I think the game plan was a bit wrong. How is he now going to manage this match, right? Again, Villarreal are sitting 3rd in La Liga. They're playing some good football. They have a very good team. Like, let's be honest. Like, when I was going through their squad, Dave, I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. When did they get all this? Brother, let's not forget, right? They signed Thomas Partey, arguably Arsenal's best midfielder last season, right? Still a very good player, right? Do you guys remember Georges, that striker from Georgia? Remember in the Euros? And then he got that big money move. I think he was at like Lyon. They signed him, right? Yeah. They still have guys like Nicolas Pepe, Gerard Martin, Eos Perez. They also signed that midfielder from Las Palmas, Alberto Malero. He's a very good player. So we have to be careful. In defense, they got Renato Viega as well from Chelsea. I'm like, yo, did they just get an influx of cash? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, bro, I'm going through their team. Like, I know it was looking like this. So I think this is a perfect game. And I'm glad that we're playing them on shaky form because this is a test. And I already said it. If we drop points this game, you might as well hand the league title to Barca. Because with the run that both of us have heading into El Clasico, I don't think they're going to drop points again before that match. So we can't afford to because we already lost. They drew, but we lost. So we can't afford to slip up because I don't really see any of these other teams coming to bail us out that they're playing before El Clasico.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, somebody mentioned Buchanan as well. He's a really good player as well.
Jean Buchanan, what was he at Inter Milan?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like honestly, honestly, they do have really good players, and we need to be worried, man. Like honestly, they have good passes in the midfield as well. They can bring on they can bring on a string of players that can obviously like disrupt the flow. But I honestly think that we have too much quality in all areas that would actually be a trouble for us. But the main thing I want to say is that if they get the first goal, it's gonna be a long day for Real Madrid, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long day because Real Madrid, they don't do conceding first goals, bro. That is not them, bro. Like we find it difficult to even get back into matches sometimes when we concede the first time. Like honestly, it's very, very difficult, and especially with a team of quality of Villarreal, I think like Marcelino is gonna really set them up to just actually like maintain possession. Like, don't be surprised, if Villarreal also are maintaining good possession, good spells of possession, in the game. I could see something like Mallorca, where Mallorca also, when I went to watch the match against Real Madrid, they had good spells of possession in the game. They kept on flashing out to the wings, all this different type of stuff to actually disrupt Real Madrid and their rhythm. When you disrupt Real Madrid and their rhythm, and I cannot see Real Madrid passing slow like they did against flipping Kairat Almaty. Come on, man. Like the first half, the speed of the passing was absolutely nonsense. Are they trying to reserve themselves to go against Villarreal? I don't think they should.
That could have been something as well. I actually thought that Xabi should have rotated a bit more, Dave, against Kairat. Like, he made 5 changes to the 11. But I don't understand, like, why didn't Lunin play that match?
I think
like, why didn't we see Gonzalo start, right? I mean, it's nice that Mbappé got the hat trick, right? And, now he's in elite territory, Dave. 60 goals. There's only 5 other players that have done that in the UCL. Ronaldo, Benzema, Messi, Raul, and I'm forgetting somebody else.
What's the stat? Sorry, what's the stat?
So before Mbappé, there was only 5 players that had more than 60 goals in the UCL.
We probably Van Nistelrooy, I'm guessing.
Was it Van Nistelrooy?
In the UCL.
Yeah. It's a mad stat like that. Like something crazy. Lewandowski.
It'll be Lewandowski, yeah.
No, not Haaland. Haaland will get there. Haaland only has, I think, 52 goals. So Haaland,
Kylian Mbappé. So it's Raul, Benzema, Lewandowski, Messi, Ronaldo. Van Nistelrooy is just behind 56.
Okay. So you're just behind. Yeah. But
Thomas Muller, 57.
So that's cool for us. But I felt like we could have rotated a bit more. Like, I don't think we needed Mbappe, Vinny out there. And the thing is, right? I know that we said like, okay, like Vinny was shit, right? But I think like what made Vinny's performance really shit was one, he missed that 1v1 in the 13th minute. We should have been 1-0 up. I feel like if he bags that, I don't think that we're talking about his performance the same.
Yeah.
And he could have also had an assist, but Mbappe also missed a sitter too.
Sure.
But just in terms of consistency wise, I think Rodrigo needs to be out there. For me, I think like Vinicius, I don't know what the problem is. You guys know I rate this guy very highly. You guys know like Vinny's my guy, but I can't defend poor performances week in, week out.
Yeah, exactly.
While we have an option off the bench, Rodrigo, like you said, Dave, came on in the 70th minute. He gave me more in 23 minutes than Vinicius did in 70.
Yeah, but you can also say that against flipping. What's the team? What's the name? I just recently promoted. I can't remember who we beat 3-0. Oviedo. Vinny gave more in 23 minutes than bloody and Rodrigo did.
I mean, it's true.
It's true because obviously You're
I do
against tired
think,
legs. You're against tired legs. Obviously, you're going to think, but man, Rodrigo made them look stupid, man. Rodrigo made them actually look like a high school team. Yeah, when Vinny made like hard job of himself against a team of this standard,
yeah,
to not be able to dribble past pretty much anyone is ludicrous to me. Like, what is Vinny doing? Yeah. But the situation remains is this, that Rodrigo against Villarreal, he's going to have more gaps, more space. Look, I think Villarreal, Rodrigo can cook big time. Yeah. And I expect Arda to have a really good comeback La Liga performance against Villarreal as well. Like, I know he played decently against Atlético Madrid. Obviously, the passes he gave,
I think
all
he's our
that
best
stuff.
player against Atleti.
Yeah, exactly. Probably our best player. But I want him to be absolutely on form this game because, hey, without Arda Güler, bro, I think we are, yeah, we're back to square one again, mate. It's the
Bro,
same as last
speaking of
year.
Arda, he's having a low key this season, bro.
Yeah,
Arda's been hooking, Dave.
yeah, he's
Like,
good,
have you been seeing his? Just forget the numbers, because his numbers are phenomenal. But just in that midfield, bro, I think, and this is where I'm gonna give Xabi some credit, bro. Moving Arda central has
yeah.
been amazing, bro. Like,
Pivotal to Real Madrid's how we play football.
say again?
It's been pivotal because he's the attacking mid. He's the one that's going to literally create for Mbappe. Him and Mbappe have excellent chemistry, by the way.
Bro, it's like Ozil and CR7, bro. Like
That's
that's
right,
kind
exactly
of,
that.
he
Exactly
always
that.
finds Mbappe's runs.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Mbappe if I could be wrong, but I feel like Mbappe's last few assists have been Arda Güler's goals.
It's true, man.
I know
They
that
always
like
link up.
Vinny
Link up
found
plays
him on
good.
Saturday,
Yeah.
but like even against, was it Sociedad? Like when we went down to 10 men. Remember, like when Mbappe cooked on the sideline and then squared it right for Arda. Like they have great chemistry, bro. And I think Arda Güler, he is kind of going in between like an 8/10. I don't really think he has like one like set position.
Yeah, because he drops a bit deeper to link out the play as well. Which
exactly,
is good.
Bro. Like Art, and this is what pisses me off, bro, because we had this quality on the bench and we didn't really use him like that
last year
over like the last 2 seasons.
Ancelotti.
Yeah, I don't know what Ancelotti just was not seeing in this player.
Who knows, bro? Who knows? It's crazy, but we have to be just like, we have to just look at this match and saying Arda's definitely going to start. Arda's going to be probably the player with Mbappe that starts every game this season. Yeah. They're hungry, they're young, both of them. They're ready to flip in, just go for it, all guns blazing for the whole season. Vinny's interchangeable, Mastantuono's interchangeable. The midfield, I actually like Camavinga's cameo appearances. I've got to be honest. I think
good.
Camavinga's looking good. He's looking,
and he was solid against Atleti off the bench.
Exactly as well. Exactly. Yeah. So Camavinga's looking good. I want Camavinga to start starting ahead of Valverde. We're going to get onto Valverde in a second because of obviously his comments and stuff. But the situation is that like I want Camavinga now to start starting ahead of Valverde. I know Valverde gets on the pitch, but maybe move Valverde, like Matrix says, to right back. You know, I think Valverde will be a very good right back. I think, honestly, for our team, the way it stands at the moment, I think Carvajal, I think his legs are going to be constantly in and out in the season. I know I like Carvajal, I like Trent, yeah, but Valverde, like, I think he's got the legs, mate, to just bomb up and down that pitch all the time. Yeah. Like, he is probably like our most kind of like versatile player. And he's like replacement right back in the midfield. Like, people doubt Valverde this season, and he understands that comment that people are making, but we just need to see, mate. I want to see Camavinga start. I'm sorry.
No.
Look, like, Valverde, I'm sorry, bruv, but I want to see Camavinga start this match against Villarreal. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Arda Güler to start this match against flipping Villarreal.
Okay, and before we do go to Valverde, Sensei says Xabi Alonso's quote, Arda Güler number 10 and not midfield. Yes, that's the plan. We think that's where he can maximize his talents and where he can actually do like this. Because I think Arda is a 10. And now that means that all this Jude in the 10 nonsense can stop. Bring Jude back a little bit deeper, box to box. That's what we paid $100 million for. Because he's a box-to-box midfielder. That's what we literally bought him to do. But then Benzema left. And then Carlo, putting Jude up top. Hey, look, false 9/10. He actually cooked. I ain't going to lie.
Absolutely.
But now it's time for Jude with this personnel that we have. He can go back to doing what we bought him for, right? Which is still going to be crashing the box. Jude's going to still be involved. But I think playing deeper because of his physicality as well. I think that's where he's better suited. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
like, if that's what Xabi is thinking, then yeah, I mean, like, that makes sense. Now, about Valverde, right? I've been seeing a lot of, like,
heat.
just, like, I don't like what the media is doing. Like, in terms of this narrative that against Kairat, right, Valverde refused to play. I don't believe that the plan was ever for Valverde to go on the pitch against Kairat. This guy, over the last 2-3 seasons, has played the most minutes in Europe for club and country. This brother never gets a rest. So my thing is, right, him getting a much-needed rest against a team like Kairat, like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, there's no big deal. Like Valverde himself, I know I've seen a lot of content creators online, including Manager Madrid saying, "Oh, like he's getting unfair criticism." Or so. Like Valverde's been one of the most consistent, and that's where I actually agree with Kylian. I think he is right that Valverde, like, he's been one of the best servants for this club for a very, very long time. Yeah, this guy's been putting in magical performances against certain teams, but I'm the Xabi Alonso. I've got to be honest, guys. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Valverde's not that good technically to play in the Xabi Alonso system. Like, he's passing, his attributes are defensive attributes, chasing the ball down, hunting the players down. That's where his strengths lie. Yeah, that's why Ancelotti, he thrived under that system, because it was just ugly in the midfield essentially, and Valverde was just chasing man down like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
But in a system where you need to play nice passing, build up football, Valverde lacks. He does, and his passing is not right. Yeah, he lacks that extra bit of technique that I see from Camavinga. Camavinga is the typical player for Xabi Alonso. Yeah. Valverde's not. Yeah, Camavinga knows when to move, when to dip the shoulder, when to drive past players. Yeah, Xabi Alonso needs carriers of the ball from a deeper area. Yeah, Tchouameni's not going to do that, but Camavinga will. Yeah, and Camavinga and Arda Güler, I can see them linking up really well. Yeah, so I think technically Valverde's not there for Xabi Alonso. Valverde can be an auxiliary player, which he can use in the midfield, maybe shore up games when we need more defensive presence. Yeah, play him on the right wing. Yeah, like he did against Sociedad. Yeah, and try and drop back into defensive areas, or play him as a right back, as a dedicated right back or a right wing back. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Dave, in terms of personnel, I do agree. Camavinga, the quality that he has, it does fit more than Valverde because of how good he is on the ball. But the issue is, can Camavinga perform consistently? Like last season, Camavinga was awful last season. Awful. One of our worst players last. And I know he battled some injuries, but when he was fit, Camavinga was a liability. About 90% of the time that he was available.
Lost the ball consistently. Yeah,
that's the issue that I have. Right? I think Camavinga has all the tools to be a world-class midfielder.
Yeah, I could just imagine, like, I could imagine Camavinga, like, I could see an ideal lineup of the most technical players that we can have in this team. Yeah. I could see an ideal lineup of Trent. I could see an ideal Trent in the right back position. I could see definitely Dean Howson with Militao in the two center backs. Yeah, Carreras. Yeah, Tchouameni is the holding. And then with Camavinga and Arda Güler playing, with Rodrigo, Mastantuono, and Mbappé. That is full technical ability on the pitch, where you could just see the play absolutely link up like perfectly, like how Xabi Alonso wants to play. Yeah?
Nah, fair enough.
I understand what Xabi Alonso wanted from the Atlético Madrid match, but it wasn't put into play because they were absolutely shocking, trying to pass out of the back in the very first place. Yeah. And when you don't have those players in the team, you cannot. Jude Bellingham, he needs time to adapt to this kind of fluid system attacking play. He hasn't been featured in LaLiga matches. He's just come back from a lengthy timeout with an injury spell that needs to be addressed. Yeah, and needs to be addressed over time. Yeah. Valverde is not technically good enough to play.
Yeah, but I don't think I would drop Valverde just yet. Now, obviously, I think there should be rotation. Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think dropped just yet. But guys, look, we're about to wrap in the next 5 minutes here. So let's just rapid fire some of these questions that you guys asked. Big up to everybody that's in here. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to Dave. His channel is in the title. So just real quick, rapid fire, Dave. He says, question, when will you guys win UCL?
Next 5 years.
Next 5? Okay, next 5 years. Yeah, I think Xabi gets us one, by the way. I think Xabi wins one. Do you?
I don't think he lasts in the job long enough to win one.
Ooh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Big up to Rabona says, what's your perfect midfield once we go to the 3-5-2? So, okay, so 2 of them have to be wing backs. So it have to be Alvaro left wing back, right? Let's say Trent right wing back. So now that leaves 3. That's 3 now. Yeah. Arda has to go in there. Do you agree?
Yeah,
okay.
Are they there?
Arda, and then what are you saying? Camavinga
and Tchouaméni.
But I think Tchouaméni in the 3-5-2 plays in the at center back starting off like the Club World Cup.
Yeah, true. And then you could probably see maybe I would then I'll put Jude, with Camavinga and then with Arda, or Valverde with Jude and Arda.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Big up to Yasser says, if we lose against Villarreal, is Xabi out? And who's going to be the replacement?
If we lose against Villarreal, mate, his days are numbered. I'm sorry.
If we lose against Villarreal, bruv, I think the only way that he'd be able to stay, if we lose to Villarreal, and then I think he keeps his job until. But then if we get battered in El Clasico, I don't think it's
done.
Good for him.
It's done. He's gone by Christmas. He's gone by Christmas.
And my replacement, if Xabi does not work, Jurgen Klopp, it's time to come out of your sabbatical.
You can get Jurgen Klopp in for the Christmas, but I tell you what, just to steady the ship for the remainder of the season, I would return back to form man like Zinedine Zidane.
Do you think he'll do it though?
I'll get him back. Yeah, I'll get back Zidane just for the Champions League run. I would get him back with this.
You know what, Dave?
With Mbappé, are you high, mate?
Dave,
this guy.
Dave gives Zidane the job until the end of the season.
Done, mate.
And then let him get the French job after the World Cup. Perfect.
He will turn this team. He will turn this team into a counter-attacking machine.
Hey, look, fair enough. Big up to PA Shooter. Yes, we both do think that Rodrigo should be getting opportunity to start. Yes. Blazer says, "Do you think Rashford is looking?
Yeah, he's looking good this time. He's looking.
I think Rashford is actually starting to. He's looking
starting to click
like the better version of himself. I still wouldn't say dangerous. But he looks a lot better than what I thought he would, like early on, if that makes sense. Okay, 2 more. So this one and then 1 more. Joshua says, can Camavinga control the tempo of the game like Ceballos? You can answer that, Dave.
Yes and no. Just a simple stuff. Camavinga doesn't like doing simple stuff, mate. Let's just call it as that. He likes running past players, but no, in terms of the tempo, but yes, in terms of how he actually controls the ball in his feet. Like dribbling wise on the ball, Camavinga's like 50 trillion times.
Best ball progressor I think that we have.
Yeah, exactly. Camavinga, absolutely.
Yeah,
and he's just so good, mate. He's so good, bruv. Like I got him on my ultimate team on FIFA, guys, like on FC26.
Yeah.
Unreal, bro.
And
real, mate.
And then last one. So Gopo says, Dave, I know this is early, but do you think Alvaro Carreras is a player who will struggle against elite wingers and do well against average ones? Has that thought come to your mind?
Yes. I am looking at. I don't know. Against Salah, I would think he would be okay against Liverpool. Against Yamal is just wait and see, innit? That's it, really. Okay. Wait to see. Look, we have Pepe. He has Pepe coming up this weekend. That's not elite.
Yeah, but Pepe is a very tricky winger.
Pepe is very tricky.
By the way, he's giving Lamine Yamal a run for freakiest winger in the league, bro. Do you know who his girl is?
Who?
It's Tiana Trump.
Is it?
Yes.
That's crazy, bro.
That's publicly dating her and kissing her on the mouth.
Mad.
Is he mad?
Mad.
That is crazy.
Mad.
But look, that wraps up another great episode of the Galacticos podcast. Big up to everybody that's in here. Smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to Dave. This is going to redirect you over to Matrix. He's cooking Varsa as well. So,
I can tell, mate.
Yo, bro, do you see his thumbnile?
Yeah, I saw his thumbnail, mate. That's mad. The GTA one is fucking crazy.
Look, so go let Matrix know. Carnage Raid in his chat. All right, people? We'll be back. Obviously watch-alongs and all these things this weekend. Then Galacticos on Monday with Dave.
PSG,
In a bit, people. Out of Madrid.
PSG, LA.